Trump begins work on key appointments.
European leaders discuss urgent issues following Trump's election.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh holds talks with Chinese counterpart.
You are watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through today's latest update. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has begun the process of selecting personnel for his new administration. The first name is Susie Wiles, Trump's campaign manager, who has been appointed as the White House Chief of Staff.
Wiles will be the first woman in U.S. history to serve as White House Chief of Staff. In a recent statement, Trump noted that Susie Wiles helped him achieve one of the greatest political victories in U.S. history and played a significant role in both of his previous campaigns in 2016 and 2020. Other positions are also being considered, but it's unclear whether Tesla CEO Elon Musk will join the cabinet as Trump has promised. Trump began selecting personnel for the new administration after garnering 312 electoral votes in the presidential election on November 5, far surpassing Democratic candidate Kamala Harris, who received only 226 votes.
More than 40 European leaders and head of international organizations convened at the European Political Community Summit in Budapest city of Hungary to discuss important issues amid concern that Donald Trump's election as U.S. president would pose major challenges to the continent.
The summit, organized by Hungary as a rotating EU president, focused on the challenges that Europe is facing, including the Ukraine conflict, escalating instability in the Middle East and North Africa, illegal migration, economic security. At the summit, leaders agreed that European nations must take greater responsibility for their own security and reduce dependence on the United States. Earlier, Trump had threatened to impose high tariffs on Europe, withdraw from NATO and change the plan to support Ukraine. All of these could have bad effect on Europe. Speaking at the summit, Ukrainian President Zelensky stated that it is still too early to predict changes in Trump's policies, but he dismissed the possibility of making concessions to Russia and urged the West to continue supplying weapons to Kiev.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh had discussion with Chinese Premier Li Qiang as part of his visit to China to attend the 8th Mekong Sub-Region Cooperation Summit.
At the meeting, the two prime ministers congratulated the important achievements that the two countries have achieved recently and expressed joy at the positive and substantial development in bilateral relations. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh reaffirmed that developing relations with China is a consistent policy and a top priority in Vietnam's foreign policy. He suggested China assist in building 3 northern railways in Vietnam, open markets for agricultural products and promote the recovery of tourism. For his part, Premier Li Qiang affirmed that China always considers its relationship with Vietnam a priority in its foreign policy and aims to enhance the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership between two countries. Li also committed that China would further open its market to high-quality Vietnamese goods, improve transportation infrastructure connections and enhance cooperation in building stable supply and production chains in the region.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The governor of the State Bank of Vietnam reported that since April 19th, the bank has supplied 354,100 gold bullion, equivalent to 13 tons, to the market. Of this, nearly 11.5 tons of gold were sold directly from June 13th to October 29th to 4 state-owned commercial banks and Saigon Jewelry Company Limited, SJC, which then redistributed it to the people. Earlier, from April 19th to May 23rd, through 9 gold auctions, the bank had supplied 1.82 tons of gold to the market. Through recent pricing intervention measures, SJC gold is now getting closer to the global gold prices.
The 7th Hanoi International Film Festival officially kicks off on the evening of November 7th at Hon Kiem Theatre. The event attracted the participation of filmmakers, artists and film lovers in the country and abroad. This year's festival features 117 films from over 51 countries and territories. It is not only an opportunity for international films to engage more closely with Vietnamese audiences but also serves as a bridge for Vietnamese cinema to reach the world. Over the 5 days of the festival, in addition to film screenings, there will be seminars and project markets aimed at developing young talents and providing high-quality human resources for Vietnam's film industry.
Early this morning, November 8th, Typhoon Yingxing entered the eastern waters of the East Vietnam Sea, becoming the 7th storm to hit the area in 2024. The strongest winds near the typhoon's center are at level 14, with gusts reaching level 17. Due to the impact of Typhoon number 7, the eastern waters of the Northeast Sea will experience strong winds at levels 8 to 11, near the storm center reaching levels 12 to 14 with gusts of level 17, along with wave heights of 4 to 6 meters, and near the center at 6.0 to 8.0 meters. The sea is very rough. There is a warning for vessels operating in dangerous areas with thunderstorms, whirlwinds, strong winds and high waves.
Among over 3,600 candidates attending the provincial 12th grade gifted student competition, this year 125 have received first prize. Besides students from Specialized High School, this competition continued to honor valedictorians from rural school and disadvantaged region. One of them is Võ Văn Thành from Bắc Yên Thanh High School, valedictorians in physics.
Before the competition, Bắc Yên Thanh physics team faced difficulty as their teacher was hospitalized for treatment. However, with Võ Văn Than's study methods such as practical and self-learning approaches, his teacher and classmates still put their full trust in him. As predicted, at the provincial talent competition, the exam format following the new educational program emphasized application, allowing him to showcase his strengths.
During the training process, I discovered Than's outstanding capability in physics. He can grasp concepts quickly and accurately.
Having won the provincial talent competition in physics in 9th grade and excelling as valedictorian in 12th grade, Than said that, apart from passion and determination, the most important factor in achieving academic success is self-study.
To achieve this result, I emphasize the importance of self-study. If there are any unclear lessons, I must ask carefully to understand the nature of the phenomenon and broaden my thinking in the study group.
The 12th grade is the last year of his school life. Võ Văn Than is focusing his efforts on participating in examinations that evaluate the competencies and thinking skills organized by universities. What he desires most is to achieve his goal of entering the university he dreams of.
The last news has ended our bulletin today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.